Hi there, I'm Dana Lamb and we're here with Ponytail Confessions, and my guest today is Mina, and she has an amazing company called Fasheners. So Mina, can you tell us a little bit about what is a Fashener?
Okay, so Fasheners is basically a functional and fashionable wardrobe accessory. It's basically, well, let me just ask you a quick question. Have you ever used a safety pin to secure your clothing?
Yes, or also the tape. I've used double-sided tape.
The Hollywood tape.
Not even the Hollywood, just double-sided Scotch tape. That works fine too.
You're not using duct tape. Oh my goodness.
Not duct tape, no.
Well, this replaces that.
Okay.
The whole thing is you're in control of your clothing rather than your clothes taking control of yourself. And that's exactly the concept behind Fasheners. They provide a way for you to fix those fashion dilemmas that you normally have.
Right. That could be a wardrobe malfunction, right?
Absolutely.
We don't want that. So how did you come up with the idea? Because you have a really interesting story of what happened, right?
So my big aha moment was I lost 30 pounds and my clothes were wearing me. And I was trying to figure out a way how to cleverly fix my clothing without having to replace a whole wardrobe. And especially my work wardrobe, which, you know, suits and button-down shirts. I was a paralegal for 10 years and working in a corporate environment, you have to look very conservative. So that was challenging, and I came up with the idea of, instead of using a safety pin, how about a tie tack? So I had an old tie tack my dad had, well, I stole from him, I'm not going to lie, Dad. And I kept it all these years, and I used it and it worked. And I made a bunch, I embellished a bunch of with Swarovski crystals and cameos, things that I love, shared them with my friends. They came back, gave me feedback, and then it evolved into the magnetic Fasheners, which I can't wait to share with you.
Yeah, because you don't want to put holes in your clothes. A lot of times we have nice things or delicate things, and you don't want to put a safety pin in it because, you know, or the tape sometimes leaves some residuals, so that's not good. So yeah, so these are really beautiful, and so this is one of her Fasheners. Let's do a blingy one so we can see it more, but this is really great. But I have a red blouse, I should have worn that today, that has, it gaps a little bit. It fits me perfectly. The next size up was too big, but that one just gaps a little, so I tape it, and this would be so much cuter to just, you know, put that on there, add a little bling, or find a similar color.
If you don't want to have too much bling, I like the bling, but I also like things to kind of blend with my clothing, so I'm kind of concealing without you knowing. And this particular sweater I'm wearing actually plunges down quite a bit, so I was able to lift the neckline just a little using the square in the black. And voila,
you can't even see it. No one would notice.
No one knows the brand.
And the magnetics now, are they strong enough? Because hey, if you're holding it right there, you do not want that thing to come off, because you will have a wardrobe malfunction, right?
So let me show you how strong these magnets are.
They're industrial strength, right?
Super industrial strength.
Wow.
They're going right through my hand. This particular one has a 12-pound pull force.
Okay.
So that's probably too techy for you, but let's just say it holds a lot.
That's all we want to know.
In fact, I have men buy these particular ones because it's black onyx and it looks phenomenal on their ties. It goes right through their shirt, through the two tails of their tie, and holds their clothing rather than using the old tie clips or even tie tacks.
Yeah. Well, that's great. So they're for men also, not just women. And I guess you do have blingy things if there are men out there who like bling.
Absolutely. In fact, this blingy one I'm wearing right now, this one's called the Marie Antoinette, and it's named after my mom. It's my most favorite Fashener, and it goes right through the entire scarf, as you can see right here.
Yeah, that's great. And so I love it that you can really bring back, I mean, scarves are really in right now, but you can really
up it up.
Right, so that makes it great. So what's your most popular seller?
My most popular are actually these particular two, the squares. They are called the Susan, which is a black square, and the Sabrina. Most women buy them in a collection, and I offer them in pins and in the magnets.
Oh, okay.
The magnets themselves have a 9-pound pull force, so it's a little smaller, but it's still super strong.
Okay, and how much do those retail for?
And these are only $9.50.
I know, what a bargain. Isn't that amazing?
Well, my whole concept too behind Fasheners, I love fashion, I love shopping. I want to keep it affordable for women, so that way you don't have to buy the camis or the specialty bras. With the little accessory to fix all those little issues, spend the money on those shoes that you want to buy, rather than buying that extra layer of clothing that, as you know, in our climate, it's just way too hot.
Right. Right. Now, this is really neat because it's a brooch. So you purchased this,
Yes.
pulled it apart. It was a pin.
So I took it a whole other level. I wanted to see how this would work, and they've actually been so popular. They're hard to just keep in stock. I'm repurposing brooches.
Okay.
So basically taking out all the mechanics off the back of the brooch and fashionerizing them and making them magnetic.
That's awesome.
So they don't damage.
So I have one here, and doesn't it? It just really adds, when you add the details to an outfit, it really makes all the difference. I also, and I know you don't have that, but you also have cuff bracelets that you can interchange, right?
And I have to give that's actually Jody Buckles from Posh a la Mode. She and I are collaborating on this whole collection of making the fashions even more versatile and using the cufflinks and headbands. So we'll be posting those very soon on Facebook.
Right. Oh, yay, that's so great. So do you want to show us here, like, how you would use a fashioner to fashion this scarf? Show everybody how easy it is.
So most people do the whole Euro loop, as you know, where they tie it, and it just makes you look kind of stumpy and boring.
Right.
So what I suggest is, now with the fashioners, anything's possible. This is actually called the waterfall. So you just loop it around the neck once, and then, get my fashion ready. You tuck it, and fashioners go right through. And
I'm amazed at how strong those are. I mean,
and that looks like a waterfall.
Right. Beautiful. So where can people get this? Because there could be somebody watching this in another part of the country or the world. Do you ship domestically and internationally?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I actually do get quite a few orders across the seas, which is so exciting to have fashioners really being embraced by all people around the globe.
Right.
So you can buy online at my website. It's fasheners.com. That's FASHENERS. And I have my online shop there. That's how you can get most of my collections. And I'm also starting to find a few boutiques to carry here locally. And most recently, they're being carried at Nostra Style House, which is located off of Roosevelt Row in the heart of downtown Phoenix.
Oh, great. I love those cute little boutiques.
Oh, it's so adorable. Go check it out if you haven't already.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. You have a wonderful product that is not only beautiful, but it also can help with style problems that people may have, not just an accessory. So thank you so much for joining us today.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.